Hey YouTube, this is Kelly, your pre-physician assistant student helper, and I am trying this now vlogging style because my computer quality is so terrible, as you guys have noticed in my other videos, and ironically enough, my iPhone does a lot better job. So hopefully this isn't too shaky just because I'm trying to do this with my arm out here. Hopefully my arm doesn't get tired. But this video, I want to talk about professional development because I think that it's something that's really important and easily overlooked, just because it's not in the forefront of your mind at all of the time. And I think this is especially, I guess, appropriate for me because I just got back from the TAPA conference, and that's the Texas Academy of Physician Assistants. Each, or I guess biannually, they do their CME conference where you get your continuing medical education because that is required as part of your career as a physician assistant. So professional development is important because it shows that even as a pre-PA student, you're already interested in your profession. You're already looking at different ways to advance yourself and yourself within the profession. And so in Texas, there is one really big professional organization that I highly encourage everybody get involved in, and that's TAPA, Texas Academy of Physician Assistants. They're big on advocating for the PA field. They are really into the different legislature and wanting to make sure that when different bills are passed, that physician assistants are at the table at the same time as all the other medical professionals, because if you are not there, you're easily overlooked. And in order for PAs to advance as a profession, it's really important for everybody to know who we are, which is something that I think is getting more and more out there, especially since there was a PA that was recognized at one of Obama's recent speeches. So PAs are getting out there. However, we are always looking for ways to improve the profession, and getting involved in the Texas Academy of Physician Assistants is a really great way to make sure you're a part of what you do politically. I don't know if that's the right word, but at least you have more of an understanding and access to what is happening in your own field. There's also the American Academy of Physician Assistants, AAPA. They also do different I guess conferences and stuff in order to advance the profession, and it's a way to network, and for, you just get to meet a lot of PAs. And as a pre-PA student, that is the best thing you can do ever. So I have gone to the TAPA CME conference the past 2 years. So I went 2013, 2014, and each time I've went, I have met people on the admissions board at different schools. I have met PAs in my hometown, all over Texas, even out of the state, who have, maybe they go to school out of the state and they come back to work in Texas, or, maybe they work in a near state. Like I met one PA who's from Oklahoma, and she comes to the TAPA conference to get her CME credits. So they also, at least for TAPA, they have been working on reaching out to their pre-PA and their PA students because we are the future of the profession, and they want to make sure that we get involved early on so we can be advocating for ourselves and promoting the profession from day one, not 10 years down the road. So there were a lot of things that were geared towards us, which was really great. Like there was a pre-PA presentation, essentially. It was the same presentation that was given last year. However, I feel like you can hear those over and over and over again, and it doesn't get tiring because you're so excited. And for me personally, since I'm about to apply this round, applications open up in April. It's kind of like a checklist, just making sure I have everything that I need to have done and that I am prepared for when CASPA opens in April, which is coming up super fast. But it's also really exciting because I know it's really reassuring every time I go to one of these conferences or, just hang out with PAs in general, that this is the career that is perfect for me for a number of reasons. And it's really neat, sometimes to even be put on the spot by your, future colleagues, because they'll ask you, why do you want to be a PA? Why not a nurse practitioner? Why not a doctor? And it's really exciting, for me to sit there and argue and, advocate for myself on why I want to be in this career and have them support me and tell me that, good job, like, you know what you're doing. I can't wait to hear more from you. I can't wait to see you again next year. Like, those type of things is really, really encouraging. And the networking is something that you aren't going to get anywhere else, because at these conferences, it's 500 PAs in one room, and they can't leave or ignore your emails or your calls, which sounds really funny, but I think, it's really hard to get those shadowing hours, and it's really hard to sometimes get those connections. And when you're in a place with 500 PAs, you really have no excuse, because, you bump into them as you're walking out of the door, so you need to talk to them. And for me, it was really good because I did a lot of my research and I recognized a lot of faces from the different Texas school PA websites. And so I was able to walk up to different people and say, "Hi, I'm Kelly. I saw your picture on the UT Pan Am website. It's one of my top choices. Can I talk to you a little bit about the school?" And that was received so well. I really think the key to all of this is putting yourself out there and shaking as many hands as possible, because there is that saying that says it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I think in the PA profession, there is a lot of both going on, because you obviously need to know stuff. You need to know what the profession is. You need to know that you're going to be successful in this profession. You need to know your schoolwork. You need to have a good GPA. So that's a need to know. So for PAs, it's what you know and who you know. And so I was able to, just put my face out there. People who I saw last year recognized me, which was really great, because some of them are involved with the PA schools. And, since I'm applying soon, I want them to have my name in the back of their heads for whenever they're reviewing applications, because I really want to be a PA. And I know that's kind of silly to say, but I really want it. And if I can get in the first time I apply, I would be ecstatic. But if I don't get in the first time I apply, that's okay too. I'll try again, and I'll try again, and I'll try again. But you also meet a lot of students at these conferences, and that was incredible, because you meet students from all different kinds of backgrounds, and so you can compare yourself to their accomplishments before PA school. How many times did it take them to get in? Did you have a 4.0? Did you have a 3.0? I met a couple students who had 2 somethings, which is actually kind of encouraging, because it showed me that not all schools are looking for that cookie cutter 4.0. They're looking for people who are well-rounded and can prove themselves. So even if you had a rocky start at the beginning of your school career, you're able to make up for it, and those PA schools can recognize that you're still good for the job. This is still something that would work for you, and they want you to do it, even though one tiny part of your application, or huge part of your application, is not as perfect as it could be. So professional development, look in your state and look if there's a TAPA for Texas, maybe a CAPA for like California, Colorado. Look for those, because if they exist, they're really, really great to get involved in. And there's always AAPA, and if you have those on your application as a pre-PA student, it's definitely something that sets you apart, because I can tell you at that TAPA conference, out of 500 and something PAs, there were maybe 20 pre-PA students. So that's not a lot of involvement. So if you're one of those 20, that sets you apart, in my opinion, a lot. So keep that in mind. Hopefully this was helpful, and I hope y'all are having a great day. Bye!